I'm filming this video at 5 in the morning and I'm eating a peanut butter sandwich. So that's some insight into my life. As you know, the Academy Awards are happening on Sunday. The Oscars are a big deal. They're probably the most legit awards show, major awards show that's happening. So let's talk about it. I'm going to predict who's going to win. I think it's pretty clear cut this year, but I'm probably going to be wrong. So hilarity will ensue if I'm wrong. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know that I thought that 2015 was a really great year for movies. And I did a series of videos where I talked about my favorite films of 2015, my favorite performances of 2015, and I did a lot of 2015 reviews. So this video is going to be exclusively who I think is going to win the Oscars. Not necessarily who I think should win the Oscars, but who will win. I will probably talk about who I think should win along with who I think will win, but yeah, that's what I'm basing it on. With that said, let's get started. I'll start off with animated feature. I think we can all agree that animated feature is going to go to Inside Out. There's nothing else to say. It's going to go to Inside Out. I think that both costume design and production design are going to go to Mad Max Fury Road. I think that both of those facets of the movie were maybe the strongest facets of Mad Max Fury Road. It got 10 Oscar nominations in all, and I think that it's going to get recognized for those categories because the overall design of the movie really blew me away from like the first frame of the movie, and I've seen it about 3 times now, and I can still say that in confidence. The other nominees had good design and really elevated the movies, but not to the degree that I thought that Mad Max did, and I think the Academy is going to recognize Mad Max in these categories. The best makeup category I say is going to go to The Revenant. The nominees for makeup this year are Mad Max Fury Road, The Revenant, and The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared. I think that's the title. That came out of nowhere. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear cut that it's going to be The Revenant because the makeup in that movie was really outstanding and really convincing, and really added a lot to the feeling of the movie. And while the makeup in Mad Max was very good, it didn't have the same effect that The Revenant did, in my opinion. So that's why I'm going to say it's going to go to The Revenant. I'm going to streamline the technical categories by saying that all 3 visual effects, sound editing, and sound mixing are going to go to Star Wars The Force Awakens. That's what I'm predicting, because I think it's clear to see that on that component of filmmaking, Star Wars was the most superior of that this year. The visual effects were the best of the year. 2015 I found to be a pretty disappointing year for visual effects. The only other one that I actually even liked was The Martian, and it's still clear to see that the visual effects in Star Wars are much better than that of The Martian. As for the sound part of it, you just have to watch the movie and pay attention to the sound, and you'll be like, okay, this is the best sound design movie of the year. And it's not just because there's loud noises all the time. Loud noises! But no, it's not because of that. Case in point, last year Whiplash won for sound mixing. It's not a particularly loud movie. It's more of a music type thing for sound mixing. And sometimes that happens, but I feel like this year it's just going to be Star Wars because I think it's just clear cut, clear to see that Star Wars had the best sound design. I'm also actually going to give best film editing to Star Wars The Force Awakens. This one was actually a surprisingly easy decision, I think. I think now, seeing the movie 3 times, as I have, I've looked for it and I've paid attention to it. And I've seen Mad Max and Star Wars the same amount of times. And the big draw for the editing of Mad Max is how well done the action scenes are. And the event-based scenes in Star Wars were just as good. And not only that, but the pace of Star Wars was amazing. And just an overall, flow. And Mad Max did have that, but not as much as Star Wars did. As for the other nominees, The Revenant, I'm not even sure why it's nominated for Best Film Editing. The Big Short, film editing was fine, just not to the extraordinary degree that I thought Star Wars was. Same with Spotlight. The Spotlight editing, good pace, all that stuff, but I feel like Star Wars has more going for it in the editing category. Best Original Score is going to go to the score for The Hateful Eight, because it is an astoundingly good and original score. Like a score that you wouldn't hear in a lot of movies that come out nowadays. That's not really the big reason as to why I think it's going to win. I think it's going to win because it was used the best out of all the scores. The only real rival to that, I think, is the score for Carol. When it was used and how it was used really impressed me for Carol. The Hateful Eight impressed me more in that component. Every time that the score was used, it added so much. And adding to that, the particular components of that given score really elevated a lot of things in the movie, and I think that it's gonna happen. Best Adapted Screenplay, since Steve Jobs is not nominated for some reason. Since Steve Jobs isn't nominated, I'm gonna give it to The Big Short, because I feel like that's just what the Academy is gonna do. It's a really smart and intelligent movie about a very serious thing that happened in life, and it's adapted screenplay. I could also see them giving it to Room or to Carol. Those were good screenplays too, very good screenplays. But I feel like the Academy tends to go for the dialogue-driven and dialogue-heavy screenplays, in adapted screenplay especially. That's why I thought that Aaron Sorkin would win for Steve Jobs, but not even nominated, I guess. The Big Short is essentially, the whole movie is people talking about banking, just dialogue the entire time, and the camera's like in the corner of the room zooming in on everyone. And the dialogue in that component was very influential in The Big Short. Best Original Screenplay. For once, this is a weaker category than Best Adapted Screenplay. It was really between two for me. It was between Ex Machina and Inside Out. And I'm going to give it to Inside Out because I think that no one can really debate that it's the best screenplay in this category. Just like the basic storytelling, like fundamental almost, of Inside Out and how consistent it is and how well done the screenplay is, I think is just impossible to ignore. And while Ex Machina had an amazing screenplay and really fascinating ideas and great dialogue, there was more great things about the Inside Out screenplay. There's really not that much wrong with it other than it's not very flashy. So if any other movie wins for original screenplay, it's because they're looking at a screenplay that's flashy. You heard it here first. Best Supporting Actress. This is the one category that I had a really difficult time picking a winner for. For weeks there, I thought it would be easy for me to just be like, yep, Jennifer Jason Leigh is going to win. But now that's changed because all the major awards for this category have gone to Kate Winslet, which I didn't see coming. And now Rooney Mara and Alicia Vikander are in this category for Carol and the Danish Girl. And the more I think about it, like, the most deserving recipient of the award is Rooney Mara. And Rooney Mara should win. But given that Carol doesn't really have that much momentum going for it, and that she wasn't campaigned in this category, and the really strong campaigning that Kate Winslet seems to be getting, I'm going to give it to Kate Winslet. I'm apprehensive on this one. I think I might be wrong. It's kind of wide open, other than the fact that I think we can all agree that Rachel McAdams, while she was good in Spotlight, isn't going to win the Academy Award. Best Supporting Actor is going to go to Sylvester Stallone, predictably so, for Creed. And that's going to happen because it's a great story. He got nominated like 40 years ago, and now he's been nominated for the same character. It was a good performance too. I don't think that it was the best performance. Out of the nominees, I would probably pick Christian Bale. But I think that it would take a really huge miracle to not have Sylvester Stallone win that award. I shouldn't say miracle because that makes it sound like he shouldn't win that award. Like, everyone would be happy if Sylvester Stallone won the Academy Award. Best Actress, Best Leading Actress is gonna go to Brie Larson, because yeah. Best Actor, Best Leading Actor is gonna go to Leonardo DiCaprio, because yeah. I've mentioned in my videos in the past that I think that Michael Fassbender's performance in Steve Jobs was better than Leonardo DiCaprio's in The Revenant, but everything is going so well for Leo this awards season. I think it's like 95% possibility that he's going to win this award. If Fassbender wins and Leo doesn't, then the internet will go crazy. I just found Fassbender's performance to be really, really well-rounded and really on point. Like a way better performance. Where Leo, it's a good performance, but I felt like really what pushes him over the edge for most people is that he's just suffering like this incredible amount the whole movie. And people respond to suffering more than they respond to like really well delivered dialogue, which makes sense. Best Director for the second year in a row is going to go to Alejandro González Iñárritu, this time for The Revenant. I think that's probably the right decision, but it's also the obvious decision. It probably is the best directed movie out of the 5 nominees. That's debatable. Lenny Abrahamson's direction in Room was really, really good. But you can't argue with what is there for what people think of the direction of The Revenant. And the execution of the whole movie, the execution as a whole was incredible. And that script in that movie in the hands of another director is of way less quality. So for those reasons, I think that Alejandro González Iñárritu is going to win for Best Director. Oh, I also didn't mention that Best Cinematography is going to go to The Revenant, Emmanuel Lubezki. Predictably, and given that I've already given 4 Oscars to it, the Best Picture of 2015 is going to be The Revenant. Because it's won the Golden Globe, it won the BAFTA, it won a lot of other ones, and no other movie really has anything close to the momentum that The Revenant has going for it right now. So, yeah, I mean, it's turned out to be a little bit of a boring awards season. It was really fun until the nominations actually started happening, because there was no front runner, and the Spotlight was kind of the tentative front runner. But now that The Revenant came out and everyone loves it and it got great acclaim and it's won all the awards, I feel like it's kind of just gonna happen. What do you think is gonna happen at the Academy Awards on Sunday? Do you agree with my choices? Do you not agree with my choices? Comment below and let me know. And if you have anything else to say, say it. So that's cool. I'll see you late Sunday night or on Monday with my reactions video. So yeah.